Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Checking in on Twitter GoPro X CHK on the daily and the weekly time frame. So Twitter pulling back with our bearish reversal candlestick, rejecting from the upper Bollinger Band resistance. And we confirmed it with follow through and closed at the low of the day. But all in all, the bulls are very pleased that we did not dump with the market. This is a very contained pullback, and we can still be looking for a potential bullish entry at these moving average supports down in the mid $17 range. The weekly time frame, trying to break this trend to favor the bulls. We broke the lower high pattern. On this breakout, we consolidated for over a month, established our higher low at that middle Bollinger Band support. Now we set a lower high, so we're going to look back and set a higher low, and we're going to watch this tightening pattern continue to play out, and we will likely see a break of this tightening pattern sometime in, let's see, it might not even happen in July, it could happen in August, but sometime in the next 2 months, and just seeing how long it took to hit our higher low, that took 6 weeks, so lower high set 2 weeks later, higher low perhaps in sometime in the next 2 weeks, and we'll look for this range to tighten up. So on that daily time frame, keep an eye on these moving averages. As long as we don't see increasing bear volume, we can be scouting for a bullish entry at those levels. We need to see a bullish reversal candlestick form on the daily time frame to be confident that our higher low has been set. GoPro on the daily time frame, look at that rejection from the 50-day moving average resistance. This is one of the most clear charts that I have seen in such a long time. When you see 6 rejections from a 50-day moving average resistance or any moving average resistance, and then you dump down near the all-time low, and then you see a bounce on a rumor, and then you reject from that same resistance again, and then you see market weakness all in the same day, it's almost too easy at this point. It is such a clear level to be looking at a bearish rejection from, and it was perfect. A bearish reversal gravestone doji, closed near the low of the day. We're looking for further downside tomorrow, and we'll look to see if the bulls can hold. Well, they'll have to find a new support somewhere. They will likely form a higher low compared to this base down at 760s. But this 50-day moving average resistance can be our guide on so many different trade scenarios. And as long as it is resistance, the bears remain in control of this daily chart. Weekly time frame for GoPro, look at that middle Bollinger Band. When the middle Bollinger Band is rejecting, or when it lines up with the 50-day, we've rejected from this middle Bollinger Band a half dozen times. We've rejected from the 50-day a half dozen times, and they're at the same level. Again, it's just such clear resistance, and we are rejecting right from that point. X on the daily time frame, continuing to battle this 50-day moving average resistance. 3rd day in a row we have rejected from it. We set another lower high. 2252 is a little double top 2 of the past 3 days. And support is the middle Bollinger Band down at 2110. So right now, we do need to see a higher low established and a tightening range form on X. Have to be cautious playing options here because we're likely to trade sideways for quite some time in this channel that we are currently in, this sideways tight channel. Weekly time frame for X, there's that channel, the 100-week and the 200-week moving averages, and we are stuck in this range for the past 2 months almost, and there is no sign of it breaking anytime soon. CHK on the daily time frame, looking for a lower high to be set, scouting the middle Bollinger Band daily resistance. That level is 490 and dropping, and if we reject from that point, we will just set another lower high on this daily time frame. Weekly time frame, bear flag was confirmed. We set lower lows. We're testing exponential resistance again, and we're watching for another potential rejection. We are seeing short-term bounces in oil and natural gas, which are oversold in the short-term time frames, but the overall longer-term time frames of those charts made a bearish break fairly recently. So we are looking for CHK bears to remain in control unless we see a break. At this point, we have to break 529 to try and start to change the trend. To try and start to change the trend on CHK, it's all about 529, which was our lower high. So that's what we've got heading into tomorrow. GoPro has been such a good bear. Ever since we added it to this list, it's just been a really nice lower high, lower low pattern. And in terms of Twitter, Twitter has more potential to change the trend, and we will be looking for a bullish entry there. So I appreciate you watching, and we will see you again tomorrow.